Okay, I want to tell you guys a story about what happened to me last night, and I truly believe that if this found you, it's for a reason. Like, the universe definitely works through the physical world to bring synchronicity into your life. So if you're into spirituality, if you've been questioning if there is something on the other side, if you're wondering, like, you know, if a loved one's passed, if their spirit's really living on, then this video is for you. Like, there's not even any hashtags or a trending audio. Okay, so here's what happened. So I went to a party last night, and it was it was a psychic party. People will book me sometimes to come to their house and read a bunch of people, and it's really fun. And spirit always comes through, right? So that's what I was doing. I went to a party last night. Now, the host, her daughter was there with a friend, a male, and they were not a part of the reading party. They were just packing up their things to leave the house before everyone who wanted a reading before we began. So I'm sitting there waiting for the party to start, and immediately I'm feeling spirit. I'll usually feel spirit like before I even leave my house for things like this. And so I'm feeling the energy, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait to start channeling anything until we're ready to get going. But immediately I keep feeling a female, and I keep feeling like there's someone else that's supposed to be at the reading. So it's interesting, and my mom is super spiritual and sensitive to energy, so I asked her, I was like, I keep feeling like there's someone else that's supposed to be here. And, the host of the party was like, no, it's just us. And my mom's like, yeah, I feel it too. I feel like there's someone else supposed to be at this reading. But I was like, whatever. So the daughter and her friend left the house, right? They're walking like down the sidewalk to their car. And immediately I'm seeing like the energy that I was feeling is like amplified. And it felt like I had drank 5 espressos. Like I was like literally like, I almost could not contain myself. Like my body was like vibrating so high from the energy. And I was feeling drawn to the boy that left. It's like spirit was like, him, let's amp it up. Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave. And this female, I'm looking at her and she kind of looks like him. And I'm like, is this his mom? So I'm asking the host of the party, I'm like, do you know if his mom passed? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, we need to get him. She runs out. She's like, hey, come back. So he comes back. He's like, what's going on? And so I asked him, I was like, did your mom pass? And he said, no. And I said, okay, well, and then the energy was like, zzz. I'm like, this message is for you. I don't know what's going to come through, but spirit has a message for you. And surprise, you were like in the vicinity of a psychic medium, so you're going to get your message. So he's like, okay. I said, okay, so your mom's living. He said, yeah, my mom's living. I said, what's going on with her heart? There's something going on with her heart. He said, yes, she had heart surgery this morning. And I said, okay, does your mom have really like dark, like tan skin, really dark short hair? He said, yes. I said, is she 70? He said, yes. I said, okay, is she really thin? He said, no. I said, okay, has her mom passed? He said, yes. Did she pass when she was 70? Yes. Does she have the really tan skin, the dark short hair, and she was really thin? Yes. Okay, that is who is here. That is who was giving me this energy. Your grandma, your maternal grandma, has a message for you. He said, honestly, does not surprise me. She's with me everywhere I go. I said, she's showing me in purple. I keep saying the color. She's showing me like all dressed in purple. Is that significant for you? He said, yes, purple was her favorite color. I said, okay, I have the right person. This is for you. I was like, your mom's going through something, but you're going through something. You're a nervous wreck. He said, yeah, the past few days have not been good for me. And I said, I know. I'm like, I can feel you're a nervous wreck. This energy, it's, not good. And he said, no, yeah, no words. I've been a wreck. And I said, listen, I've never done this before. I've never been called to do this during a reading, but there's something that I need to do. And is it okay if I have your hand? He said, yes. I grabbed his hand with both of my hands, and I just knew it. Spirit was telling me, put your hands on his hands, and we are going to heal him. We're going to give him a healing right now. Now, I've never done that. I've never done Reiki on someone like that. But I didn't have to do anything. I was just the conduit. Spirit was doing it. His grandma wanted to give him love, wanted to give him a healing because he needed it so badly. So I'm just sitting here and my hands start getting really hot. I can feel it. All that energy that I felt, like I told you, it felt like I drank like 5 cups of espresso. It was like jittery. As soon as I held onto his hand, it was like, oh, finally. And the energy, I could feel it kind of draining out of me. Just like if you have like a big coffee pot and you're like pouring it into a cup and it's emptying. That's how I felt. I was like, okay, that nervousness, that like shaky feeling of like intense energy is now, I could feel it going into him. And I was like feeling calm, and I knew when the healing was complete because I completely felt at peace. That jittery energy was gone, and I knew, okay, you have what you need. And he talked through the whole thing. He, like, as soon as I touched his hands, he immediately started talking a lot to everyone else in the room, like nonstop. And I was like, he doesn't want to get emotional in front of everyone. And so that's why he is talking so much, because I feel like if he's not using that distraction of talking to everyone, this healing is so like overpowering that he's going to break down, and he doesn't want to break down in front of everyone. So when it was complete, he's like, yeah, as soon as you grabbed my hand, I saw September in my mind's eye, and that was the month, that was my grandma's birthday, was in September. I said, yeah, she is the one that just gave you that healing. So, and I told him, and as soon as I told him, I felt the energy going through me once again, like spirit was using my vocal cords to give this message. The energy of his grandma was in me. And I told him, it's going to be kind of a rough road going ahead. It's not all done, but I'm going to be with you every step of the way. I am there with you. It's going to be okay. You're not alone through this. You're not alone. And he was like, thank you so much. And so, you know, this just goes to show. And then they left. That was the end of the message he needed to hear. And then we went about, you know, the party with everyone else getting their readings. But the point is, if you're supposed to get a message, spirit will find a way. You know, I've always seen shows like that, like Long Island Medium or John Edward. I would see it where they'd be somewhere and it's like, oh, I'm reading you, but wait, does the cameraman have this going on? And I would always be like, that's so interesting. And for the first time, I got to really feel what that would feel like. Like, you guys are supposed to be having the reading, but you need a message. So it was very interesting. Very interesting. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think.